Good morning, Devika. Tanvi, are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So, can you tell me what you have discussed in last lecture?
Zener diode.
Zener diode.
Okay, what is the use of Zener diode?
It is used for voltage regulation.
Regulator.
Okay, can you explain its working by seeing the slide, just as a revision? Yes, in this example, we have considered VZ as 6.2. What will happen if I apply voltage beyond that?
The extra voltage will get accumulated near the resisting limiting resistor.
Right. And what are the types of breakdowns that we have discussed?
Avalanche breakdown and Zener breakdown.
Okay, what is the difference?
Avalanche breakdown has a
Hmm.
positive temperature coefficient, whereas Zener breakdown has negative temperature coefficient.
Okay.
Avalanche breakdown has cumulative process, whereas Zener breakdown has collision of electrons.
Okay. And at greater than 6 volt, what will happen? And less than 6 volt, what will happen? I mean, which breakdown?
At avalanche greater
Less
than 6
than
volts. At Zener less
Zener
than
less
6
than
volts.
6 volts.
Okay, and can you tell me what is meant by heavily doped and lightly doped? Heavily doped and lightly doped. What is
Zener
meant by
diode is
doping?
heavily doped. It is adding
Okay.
of impurity.
Adding of impurities.
And then what is heavily doped and lightly doped?
Conduction.
Why we need to do doping?
To increase the conductivity.
Conductivity.
Okay. And what is highly doped and what is lightly doped? What is the exact difference?
Highly doped is highly conductive,
Okay.
whereas lightly doped is lightly conductive.
All right. So I think you are perfect with avalanche breakdown and Zener breakdown. So you can expect this for short. And what about this depletion region in case of avalanche and Zener breakdown?
Lightly doped. Width of the depletion layer will be more in lightly doped, that is avalanche.
Okay.
And in Zener, width of the depletion will be less because it is heavily doped.
And what is the difference between positive temperature coefficient and negative temperature coefficient?
Positive temperature coefficient, as temperature increases, Vz increases. And
Okay.
in negative temperature, as temperature increases, Vz decreases.
All right. And can you explain me the same characteristics for a diode? I mean for PN diode.
For PN diode in the forward bias,
Hmm.
uh, the temperature moves left for every 2.5 degrees centigrade.
No, no. Per degree centigrade rise in temperature, the
Okay.
characteristics shift left at a
As
rate of 2.5 millivolt.
5 millivolts.
In reverse bias, it is 10 for every 10 degrees centigrade, it gets doubled.
Good. So I hope you are clear with both PN diode as well as Zener diode also with respect to temperature coefficients. So I think we have discussed this one. Yeah, this one now. So these are VF stands for
P,
VF.
forward voltage.
Okay, this is forward voltage. This is forward current. Next reverse voltage and reverse current. So here I'll get forward bias characteristics. And can anyone tell me what will happen in this region for Zener diode?
Will be off.
Okay, it will be in off. And within this breakdown region,
Yes, it will be
It is on.
Yes, it is on.
Starts working.
So it starts working. So it should be replaced with something like this. So if this is a Zener diode, here suppose what is the working condition for Zener diode? Is it forward bias or reverse bias?
Reverse
Reverse
bias.
bias.
Okay, reverse bias. So N is something which is connected to positive and this is negative. So it will be in reverse bias configuration. So within this breakdown region, it starts working. So it should be represented with its equivalent model. So this is something we called as equivalent model for Zener diode when it is in on condition. Sometimes we may neglect this RZ also because of low resistance. So this is something like this, which is nothing but VZ naught. Suppose if I consider something like this, what will be the total voltage across it? Suppose if this is VZ naught and if this is RZ. Now I want to find the entire voltage across this. I mean VZ. How can I write it?
VZ naught plus
VZ plus
into RZ.
IZ.
Into RZ.
Okay. So you need to remember this. I hope you are clear. And can you tell me what is happening in this forward bias? In under forward bias, the working condition of Zener diode is same as normal diode. So there won't be any change in this region, and in this region also till VZ naught there won't be any change. But once this breakdown voltage VZ is reached, it starts working, so that it should be represented something like this. In the this suppose you consider as case 1, this is 2 and this is region 3. Under 1 and 2 the working is same as the normal diode, whereas you need to understand the working only under this region 3, I mean breakdown. So next, the main application of Zener diode is voltage regulator. What is voltage regulator? What is voltage regulator? Anyone?
To control the voltage.
Okay. I mean to maintain constant voltage.
Yes, sir.
To maintain constant voltage at input or output?
Input.
Input. It's output.
Yes, sir.
Voltage regulator means it is used to maintain constant voltage at the output. Now let us see. What is voltage regulator? So a voltage regulator is a combination of elements designed to ensure that the output voltage of a supply remains constant. I mean, I want the output to maintain constant. Suppose if our requirement is 5 volt, the constant voltage of the output should be 5, depending upon the requirement. It can be 9 volt, 12 volt, maximum of 15 volt. If you see the characteristics under forward bias, the Zener diode case is same as normal diode. See, this is the case. Zener diode working is same as normal diode. And I think you know this. What is the cutoff voltage for silicon?
0.6.
0.6.
0.62, approx 0.7. Germanium is
0.3.
0.3. So if you see here, this is something we call it as knee voltage. So it will be 0.3 for germanium and 0.6 or 0.7 for silicon. So these characteristics are same for both Zener diode and normal diode within this region. Next, under reverse bias, till certain voltage Zener diode is off. So this is that voltage. So till this portion, this working is also same as the normal diode. I mean, it will be in off condition. Why? Because suppose if you go for PN diode, in order to make it reverse bias, I need to connect it something like this. Now what will happen? Open circuit or short circuit? Under reverse bias case of PN diode.
Open.
So this is open circuited. So it won't work, right? So the characteristics of both the normal diode as well as Zener diode is same till this voltage, which is nothing but VZ. Till VZ it is same. Now you see this point which I have highlighted. When breakdown voltage is reached, then Zener diode is on. I mean it starts working only in breakdown region. So that breakdown region is something, it will be like this. So once this breakdown voltage VZ is reached, the current starts increasing. You can see it here. See, this is the direction of current within this axis. So it starts increasing. And one more important thing to notice, what is milliampere and what is microampere?
Milli 10 power
0.10 power minus 6.
minus
Milli is 10 power minus 3. Micro is
10 power minus 6.
10 power minus 6. You need to note on this. So IF here, forward current will be something which will be in the range of milliamperes, whereas reverse current is something which will be in the range of 10 power minus 6, which is nothing but micro. Which one is more? 10 power minus 3 or 10 power minus 6?
10 power minus 3.
This is more, this is less. Why? As reverse saturation current occurs under reverse bias characteristics, right? So this is due to minority carriers or majority?
Minority.
Minority. So therefore its current will be very low. Next, here voltage across Zener diode is something which would be greater than or equal to Vz. What does this mean? I think we have seen some circuit like this, right? So I've connected here Zener diode. And here I'm measuring the output, suppose. Plus or minus, here V out I'm measuring. Now what is this condition? The voltage at Zener diode means you consider this as Vz. So the voltage across this Zener diode is something which should be greater than input. I mean, we are considering it as something equal to Thevenin's voltage, which should be greater than or equal to Vz. So we shall do the detailed derivation of this in the next slide. So I hope you are clear this till this slide, right? 3 points. First point, second, and third. However, you know this 1 and 2, whereas third point you need to concentrate.
Sir, voltage across Zener diode is Vz only, na, sir?
Yes, it is Vz.
Then voltage across Zener diode is greater than or equal to again Vz.
Voltage across Zener diode, which is nothing but Thevenin's. So actually we need to find the Thevenin's equivalent of it. Do you have any idea about this? What is Thevenin's voltage? No idea.
I heard, sir, but not.
So better I'll try to show you the derivation of it. And do you have any idea about this voltage division rule? What is voltage division rule? What is current division rule? Any idea on this?
Okay, sir.
Okay, better I'll explain you in detail in the next slide. So till this point, the voltage across this should be greater than Vz. So I'm considering the voltage across it is something equivalent to Vth. So this is the amount of voltage which is specified. See, suppose if Vz is 6.2, the input applied, or else better you consider like this. Vi should be greater than Vz, or else Vth should be greater than Vz. Anything is okay. It should be something which should be more than the specified voltage Vz. So for our example, we have considered as 6.2 volt. I'll show you the detailed derivation. No issue with that. So there are some characteristics. So we need to understand these 4 parameters. Like one thing is Vi, next is RL. So by using these 2 parameters, I mean like input and output load, we get 4 characteristics. I mean, suppose if Vi is fixed, what will happen? RL is fixed, what will happen? This is first case. Suppose if Vi is variable and RL is variable, what will happen? We shall see. Next, if input Vi is fixed and load RL is variable, next input is variable, output is fixed. So these are 4 conditions that we need to discuss for Zener diode as voltage regulator. You can see it here. When input Vi and output load RL are fixed. If both are fixed, what will happen? If both are variable, what will happen? If input is fixed, output is variable. And if input is variable, output is fixed. These are 4 cases which we need to analyze in order to understand the working of Zener diode. See it here. This is the normal circuit of Zener diode, and here the special term. What is this PZM? What is PZM? Maximum power dissipation capability. This is maximum power dissipation capability of this Zener diode. And what is this R? Here R is called
Resistor.
What kind of resistor?
Limiting resistor.
Okay, it is called as current limiting resistor or series resistor. Anything is okay. Current limiting resistor, or else you can consider it as series resistor. This is nothing but Zener diode. This is nothing but load RL. And here by using these parameters, we shall analyze it. Input as well as RL. So we shall see each and every case in detail. See, first case number 1. When input Vi and load RL, if both are fixed, we need to analyze the circuit. See it here. Here I've shown you something called as VTH. This is called as Thevenin's voltage. VTH is something we call it as Thevenin's voltage. Or else alternative is, instead of going with this theorem, directly we can make use of voltage division rule. I'll explain you what is meant by voltage division rule. This is very important and it will be very useful in the future also. So please make a note. Suppose if I want to find the exact voltage across the Zener diode. So initially there was a Zener diode here, right? So in Thevenin's theorem, first we need to open circuit that point. I mean, where we want to find that voltage, at that point we need to open circuit. So that's why I've removed that Zener diode and I've made it as open circuit. And I'm assuming some voltage present across it as VTH. Now my intention is I want to find the voltage at this point. So for this I'm making use of a theorem called as voltage division rule. I'll explain you two methods. First, let us go with voltage division rule. See, please make a note of this point. I want to find the voltage at VTH. So this is something which is equivalent to total voltage into opposite resistor by total resistance. See now, I want to find it VTH. What is the total voltage that we are applying? Is it input or VTH? Guys, what is the voltage that we are applying?
Input.
Input, which is VI. So your total input voltage is nothing but VI into what is the opposite resistor across this VTH? Is it RL or RL? Okay.
RL.
Opposite resistor by total resistance is something R plus RL. Clear with this? Now I'll give you one rough example. You try to tell me the answer for this. So I want to find VTH at this point. Here this is 1 ohm. Here this is 1 ohm. And the input that I'm applying at this point is 5 volt. Now tell me what is the voltage at this point by using voltage division rule. Quick.
5 into 1 by
So okay, VTH is equal to 5 into
1 by 5.
1 by
5.
by 5
Plus 1.
total resistor 1 plus 1.
Plus 1.
Okay, so this will be 5 by 2, which will be
2.5.
2.5 volt. So when input is 5 volt, the voltage that is present across this point is something which is 2.5 or 5?
2.5.
2.5.
So in the same manner, we need to find the voltage that is present across Zener diode. That's why I've mentioned here as CVTH. Here VTH, the voltage across the diode, should be greater than the specified voltage VZ. VTH is something voltage across the diode, and this VZ will be mentioned directly, I mean from the data sheet. And if VTH is greater than VZ, the diode will start working. So I hope you are clear with this voltage division rule or any doubts? Is it okay?
Sir.
Yes,
Can
sir.
you explain that once again?
Okay. So you please make a note. VTH is something which is equivalent to total voltage into opposite resistance by total resistance. So this point is very important. This is the formula for voltage division rule. VTH is something which is total voltage into opposite resistance by total resistance. So here the total input that I'm applying is Vin or VTH?
VI.
VI.
It is Vi, which is nothing but V input. And what is the opposite resistor across this point? At this point, what is the opposite?
RL.
So this is RL. So here this is Vi into opposite resistance is RL by total resistance is something. They are connected in series or parallel?
Series.
Series. So R plus
RL.
RL. Clear or any doubts?
No,
Just
sir.
simply, if you remember only this formula, you can write it easily. Or else you follow this alternate method by using KVL also. I'll show you. See here. Here, this is the alternative method. So I've opened it at this point. Now here current starts flowing in this direction. Am I correct? Why not in opposite direction?
It flows from positive to negative.
Yes,
Negative.
positive to negative. So suppose if it is entering, I'm considering something like this, positive and negative, and here it is positive and negative. Now apply KVL and tell me. So I into R at this point. So why? V equal to I into R, right or wrong? KVL is nothing but Kirchhoff's voltage law. So voltage is something which is I into R. So at this point it is I into R. Next, at load resistor it will be, what is the current that is flowing through it?
RL. Current.
You can
IL.
consider
IL.
as IL also for
IL.
better understanding. So current is IL into,
RL.
Into RL.
okay, next. See the starting point. The entering starting point is minus. So that's why minus VI is equal to 0. Okay. The series current will be same. So I can consider something like this. I is something which is equivalent to IL, right or wrong? Both the currents
Yes,
are
sir.
same or different?
Same.
Same. So I'm replacing it something like this. So IR plus I into RL is equal to VI. So I'll get something like this. I is equal to VI by R plus RL. Is it correct?
Sir.
Current. Now what I want VTH. See here, I want this VTH. This voltage VTH is something which is again equivalent to VL. Okay. So I'm considering as VTH is something which is equivalent to VL. One second, let me erase this. VTH is something which is equivalent to VL. So I can write VL as IL into RL.
RL.
This is equivalent to VTH. And what I can write IL is something which is equivalent to I.
I.
So this is I into RL,
R.
which is nothing but VTH. So VTH is equal to I. The value of I got is VI by
VI by
R
R
plus
plus RL.
into RL. So are both the same or different?
Same.
Same. So you can go either for the second method or else this first method. I think first method is very easy once you remember that formula. Or else you need to do all these derivations in order to get that value. Or else directly you can go with this voltage division rule so that easily you'll get the answer. So if you are not comfortable with that voltage division rule, better go with that KVL rule only. So once if you get habituated with that formula, it will be very easy. So now you're clear with this formula, right? No issue.
Yes, sir.
So I got VTH is something which is total voltage into opposite resistor by total resistance, and voltage across VTH is same as VL, and VL is something which is equivalent to IL into RL, and I'm replacing I is equal to IL. So I got I into RL. So here this point. So once if you solve this, I'll get current I is VI by R plus RL. So both are same. Better you try to follow any one of the method, one or two. No more doubts, right? Or else do you want me to explain once again? Simply I found VTH by using voltage division rule, or else you can go with KVL. So that first you will get the value of current. Next you can substitute it within VTH. However, this VTH is something which is equivalent to VL. So that you will get both the answers for current as well as voltage VTH. Now next, here case number 1. What I've told you, VTH is something which should be greater than or equal to VZ. So in this condition, will diode work or not? Suppose you consider VZ is something which is 6.2 volt. And if I am by means of Thevenin's rule, I got VTH is something which is 7 volt. Now you tell me, will this diode work or not?
Yes.
Guys, yes.
Yes.
Why? Because the condition is VTH is greater
VTH
than
is greater than VZ.
VZ. This value will be specified. There is no need for you to worry about this value VZ. Definitely, if he is asking any problem, he will mention the value of VZ. Your first intention is you need to find the voltage across that Zener diode by using this process. Like first you need to open circuit that diode, and at that point you need to find the value of VTH. Suppose after doing all those cases, if I got VTH as something 7 volt, then this satisfies the case number 1, which means VTH is greater than VZ. So the diode will be on.
On.
So it is in breakdown region. Okay. So here if you see, when VTH is greater than VZ, diode is on. On is nothing but short circuit.
Short circuit.
Next, replace the diode with its equivalent model. So I'm replacing something like this. So you can consider any value 0.7 volt or something. In example, he will mention, or else if you are considering practical diode, better go with 0.7 volt only. So as it is on, I've replaced it with its equivalent model, which is nothing but 0.7, which is nothing but Vz. Now you tell me what will happen. IR is entering into the diode, and the current to the Zener diode is something which is Iz, and IL is leaving. So which rule should I apply, KVL or KCL?
KCL.
So sum of current entering. Which one is entering? IR or IR is entering?
IR.
Leaving currents are?
IZ
What?
plus IL.
It is Iz plus IL. So I got this. Now I can write this something like this. So Iz is nothing but it will go this side. So IR minus IL. Mark this as equation number 1. Now how I got this IR? How to find? Suppose at this point, these are 2 points. Suppose this is V1, this is V2, and this is R, and some rough current I is flowing through this. How to find I is something which is V by R, right? From high to low, which is nothing but V1 minus V2 by R. I hope you know this. The same rule I followed here. So now tell me for IR, it is connected to VI, and at this point you better treat this as VZ. So how to write? IR is equal to, you follow this direction of arrow.
VZ
VI minus
VZ by R.
VZ.
That's it. So IR is nothing but VI minus VZ by R. So here IR is equal to VI minus VZ by R. Now, parallelly, if something are connected, the voltage will be same. Here VL is something which is equivalent to VZ.
VZ.
So I got this. So what is the voltage? VL is something which I can write it as I into R. So here current is IL into RL. So as I'm telling you that VL is something which is equivalent to VZ. So I'm equating it something like this. So VZ or VL is something which is equivalent to IL into RL. So I got this. Now if I want to find IL, I can write it as either VL by RL or VZ by RL. So I got this equation. Now what I'm doing is I'm substituting this equation number 2 and equation number 3 in equation number 1. Why I'm doing this? Because my intention is to find IZ or IL. IZ. So here if I substitute, I got the value of IR as something which is VI minus VZ by R, and IL is something you can substitute any one of the formula like VL by RL or VZ by RL. So after substituting this, I got something like this. So IZ is nothing but VI by R minus VZ as common, R plus RL into R into RL. Once also you also try to derive this so that it will be very easy for you. Main intention is I want to find VZ and IZ. Okay. Case number 2. Suppose if VTH is less than VZ, will it be short circuited or open circuited?
Open circuit.
That's it. It is open circuited. Means on or off?
Off.
Okay, it is off. Now if you see at this node, again currents are flowing. See, this is nothing but IR. IR is entering, whereas here IZ is leaving. At the same time, IL is also leaving. So from KCL, you tell me how to write? IR is equal to
IZ plus IL.
Okay, if it is open circuited, will there be any flow of current?
No.
So IZ will be 0. So that's why I'm replacing it with 0. So IR is something which is equivalent to IL. Clear till here at least?
Yes, sir.
Now you try to apply KVL or KCL in this loop.
KCL.
KCL.
KVL.
KVL. Within the loop KVL. At the node KCL. Kirchhoff's current law. Now by using KVL, you tell me how to write? IR into R.
IR into R.
Okay.
IL
Plus.
into RL.
Okay. IL into RL. Next.
Minus VI.
Minus VI is equal to 0. And this is important. IR is something which is equivalent to IL. So IL into R is equal to IR into
IR into
RL is
RL.
equal to VI. If I want IR, this is VI by R plus RL. At the same time, IL will also be equivalent to VI by
R plus
R
RL.
plus RL. So I got IR, IL. What about IZ?
IR by RL.
IZ is 0 now, sir.
Hello. Guys, are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Power failure. Give me a second. So what is the form of barrier voltage? VB. Guys, are you present?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Tell me the formula for barrier voltage till it gets loaded. What is VB? V is equal to KT by Q into anyone. What is the formula for barrier voltage or else barrier potential VB? What is the formula for voltage division rule?
VTH is equals to VI into RL by R plus RL.
So simply you need to remember like total voltage into opposite resistance by total resistance, so that it will be applicable for all the circuits if connected in series. And what is VB? Yes, just as a revision. What is VB? What is positive temperature coefficient?
As temperature increases,
As temperature
VZ
increases,
increases.
increases.
Okay, negative temperature coefficient.
As temperature
Temperature
increases,
increases.
VZ decreases.
Difference between semiconductor and conductor. Yes, difference between semiconductor and conductor. And what is bipolar and what is unipolar? Yes, difference between semiconductor and conductor. Rule number 3. Ahmad. Can you tell me what is meant by semiconductor and conductor differences?
Conductor which allows flow of charge and voltage at the very terminal.
Okay.
Semiconductor is the one that has conductivity more than insulator, but less than conductor.
Okay. What is meant by unipolar and bipolar? Unipolar, bipolar. Differences. No idea. Is semiconductor unipolar or bipolar? In semiconductor, conductivity is because of electrons or holes or both. Yes, that's what
Both,
happened.
sir.
Then what is unipolar? What is unipolar and what is bipolar? Unipolar means the conductivity is because of either electrons, whereas in semiconductor it
Becomes
is
both
bipolar means
holes
the
and
conductivity is because of both. What is the difference between intrinsic and extrinsic?
Pure
Intrinsic
form of
semiconductor and
semiconductor is
extrinsic
intrinsic.
semiconductor.
Intrinsic is pure form of semiconductor.
Difference between fifth group elements and third group elements. what are fifth group elements and what are third group elements? Yes, fifth group and third group elements. I think you have written assignment also.
Third
Fifth
group
group
elements are
elements
boron, gallium, indium, thallium.
okay.
Third group are sodium, magnesium, aluminum, silicon.
Fifth group means how many electrons in the outermost shell?
Five electrons.
Okay, and what is the
And they
difference
are
between
all
donors and
metal.
acceptors?
Donors.
Yes, donors and
Donors are
acceptors.
positive types,
And acceptors
whereas
are negative.
acceptors are negative.
Good. And pentagroup elements are donors or acceptors?
P-type are acceptors.
P-type are acceptors. Okay. N-type are
Donors.
right. What is intrinsic semiconductor? What is the formula for intrinsic semiconductors? N is equal to P is equal to
Ni square.
Ni square.
Ni. N is equal to P is equal to Ni. What is mass action law?
N is equals
N
to
into P is equal to Ni square.
Ni square.
Right. Correct. N into P is equal to Ni square. Doping is nothing but
Adding of impurities.
Adding of semiconductor.
what is the efficiency for half-wave rectifier? Efficiency for half-wave rectifier.
40.6.
Good. It's 40.6. And what is the formula for ripple factor?
1.21.
1 under root form factor whole square minus 1 is one formula.
Correct. Or else another two formulas
Or
are also
else-
there.
Yes, sir.
RMS value of
RMS value of AC component by DC output.
correct. What is form factor?
Uh, it gives the shape of the output waveform.
Yes, it gives the shape of the output waveform. So are you able to see my screen now?
No, sir.
One second, I'll try to share. Now,
Yes, sir.
so what you're seeing on the screen, it's VI and RL fixed, right?
No, sir. Conductivity of semiconductor.
You're seeing conductivity. One second, it may take some time. Now you check once.
Yes, sir. VI and RL fixed.
VA and RL are fixed. So we are done with this. And next we have discussed about case number 1. And let's see case number 2. See here, when VTH is less than VZ, it means that Zener diode is off. Off is nothing but there is no breakdown. So in order to find VTH, I need to open circuit this. At the same time, when VTH is less than VZ, obviously the diode will be off. It should be.
Your screen is
It will
not
take.
visible, sir.
It will take a bit time. Please try to adjust. It will load.
Okay, sir.
So If I apply KCL, what's happening? Sum of current entering is equal to current leaving. So here as Vz is not present, therefore obviously Iz will be 0 or IL will be 0.
Iz will be 0.
Okay. Here Iz is 0. So that I got as IR is something which is equivalent to IL.
IL.
Now at the same time, if I want to find only voltage across the load resistor RL, how to find? It is something which is equivalent to VL is equal to IL into
RL.
RL. So now you try to apply the KVL within the loop and tell me what you are able to get. KVL within the loop.
I into R plus IL into RL minus VI is equals to 0.
Right. And I can write IR as something which is VI by R plus RL. So I got IR is VI by R plus RL, which is nothing but IL. Why? Because IR is something which is equivalent to IL. Now here, what is PZ and what is PZM? Any difference?
Maximum power.
Yes, this is maximum power dissipation capability. However, PZ, this is a definite rule that PZ should be less than this maximum value. This maximum value will be specified within data sheet. So there is no need for you to worry about this value. You will give certain maximum limits. So your power dissipation capability should be within the limit. So here I can write according to the Ohm's law. Suppose if I want VR at this point, IR into R. At the same time, if I want VL, I can write it something as IL into RL. So I got this 2 points. Suppose if I'm getting IZ is equal to 0. Suppose in order to find the power, PZ is IZ into VZ. So however, this is 0. So power dissipation PZ is something which is also 0. This is case number 2. So is it okay when VI and RL are fixed? So this is the easy case compared to the next 3 cases. So once again, you try to observe this. When both VI and RL are fixed, this is the case. Simply you need to find VTH first. First VTH. So the formula is total voltage into opposite resistance. Opposite resistance by total resistance. So from this, I'll get VTH. And or else you can go with the normal rule, like if you apply KVL also, you'll get the current within that loop. And once if you get the current within loop, you can find all the voltages like VR, VL, VTH. As however, is a closed loop, therefore the current will be same, which is nothing but I. So this is case number 1 now. When VTH is greater than VZ, the diode will be on. So once the diode is on, it should be replaced with its equivalent model. So I've replaced it with equivalent model and I've tried to find the current IZ. So how I will get IZ is nothing but at this node, I'm trying to apply KCL. So once if I try to apply, I'll get something like this. So IR is nothing but VI by VI minus VZ, where the voltage VL and VZ will be same. So from here, if you see, you'll get all these values. So main intention is I want IR, IL, IZ. Next is I know the value of VI, find the value of VR, VZ, and VL. You need to find all these values. And coming to case number 2. Here, as VTH is less than VZ, obviously diode will be open circuited. So once if it is open circuited, it is very easy for you to find the KVL within the. And the main important thing to note is power dissipation PZ should be less than maximum power dissipation capability. This is the rule. If you go for the next thing, which is here, I'm considering VI as fixed. Input VI is fixed, whereas RL is variable. So if it is variable, it is represented something like this. This line indicates it is variable. Suppose if input is variable, I'll represent it something like this. It is variable. This line indicates it is variable. So when VI is fixed and RL is variable. RL is variable means there will be 2 cases. So the value of RL can be minimum, or else the value of RL can be maximum. These are two cases. Whereas in the previous case, we have not observed in detail about RL min and RL max. Why? Because they're both input and RL, both are fixed. That's why simply we are trying to find only the individual values. Whereas in this case, we need to find the minimum value as well as maximum value also. See, can anyone tell me what is happening? I think you know this point. If RL is infinity, what is happening? If RL is 0, what is happening? Can anyone tell me? If RL is 0,
Short circuit.
why short circuit? Why not open?
VL will be 0. No, sir.
So if this is the resistor RL, suppose if resistance is 0 means it will allow the flow of current or it will oppose the flow of current.
Oppose.
It will oppose. If it opposes, there won't be any flow through that resistor. Or else better you remember like this. R is equal to V by I. So 0 means resistance is less. If resistance is less, current will be
More.
more. When will the current flow? Should there be path available or not for the flow of current?
Yes.
So that's why it acts as short circuit. Therefore, the current starts flowing through that resistor. So when RL is equal to 0, simply it acts as short circuit. If RL is equal to infinite, it is open circuit.
Open circuit.
Simple. R is equal to V by I. So resistance is infinite means it is more. If it is more, current will be less. If there is no flow of current, it is short or open.
Open circuit.
That's it. Next, the important thing is if RL is variable, there are two cases. We need to find minimum value of RL and maximum value of RL. So let us see that. See, this is the same diagram. The diagram is same. Input is Vi. Input is Vi, and this is current limiting resistor. This is nothing but Zener diode. And here, this is this case now. Initially, it was only RL. Now, in order to analyze this, we need to find two cases: minimum value of RL and maximum value of RL. So if you see this point number 1, as RL is equal to 0. If RL is equal to 0, what will happen to its voltage? VL will be 0. If voltage is 0, it is short circuit or open circuit?
Short circuit.
Yes, it's short circuit. If VL is 0, it is short circuit. Or else better you can go with this also. RL is 0, so it is short circuit. Next, how many cases are there? Two cases. VTH greater than VZ, VTH less than VZ. What is VTH?
Thevenin's voltage.
This Thevenin's voltage. What is the formula?
VI into RL by R plus RL.
You should not remember like this. You need to say it as total voltage into opposite resistance.
Right? Total voltage resistance.
Total resistance. See now, if VTH is less than VZ, diode is on or off? VTH less than VZ.
Off.
Diode on or off? Yes, diode is off. Open circuit or short circuit?
Open circuit.
It is open circuit. Next. So we need to find the minimum load resistance to switch on the Zener diode. See, if I consider RL is equal to 0, it is something which is short circuiting. So if it is short circuiting, then obviously this path will also act as short circuit. So our main intention is I want to switch on the diode. So that's why I need to find this minimum load resistance to switch on the Zener diode. So after finding the RL min, I need to find RL max. Let us see this. Case number 1. So condition for minimum load resistance RL minimum. So here when RL is minimum, so voltage is nothing but VL is equal to IL into RL. And what is the voltage across Zener diode? It is something VZ. This value will be mentioned. Good. And this is a Thevenin's voltage. You know this. VTH is total voltage opposite resistance by total resistance. and here. If something voltages are connected in parallel, their voltages will be same. VTH is something equivalent to VZ, and this is something equivalent to VL. See here, if I'm considering this as VTH. So the voltage across VZ is nothing but VTH. So the two voltages will be same. I mean VTH is something same as VZ, which is again same as the voltage across the load, which is VL. Now, can I write VTH as VZ directly?
Yes.
Okay, if I write, it will be something like this. So it is VZ is equal to VI into RL by R plus RL. Now you try to simply solve this and find the value of load resistor RL. How much you are getting? Tell me. If you solve RL,
Who is not getting, sir?
you're not able to see the screen.
Yes, sir.
Now you can see. So here if I try to substitute, I'll get RL is something which is VZ by VI minus VZ into R. And this is the minimum load resistor RL. So here RL minimum will be something which is VZ by VI minus VZ into R. Are you able to see the screen? Is it okay?
No, sir. Back is coming to all.
There might be a bit lag today. Now confirm whether you are able to see or not.
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
So the net might be fluctuating. Okay, once you try to refresh once again, if you're facing the issue, because from the other devices, I can see it is clear only for me.
Yes, sir, we can
For
see.
mobile also I'll able to. Okay, so once you solve this, you'll get the RL minus something like this. Now you try to find the value of RL max. How can I find RL max? So are you clear till here? RL minimum, how I got? Simply I found the voltage across that diode by using Thevenin's voltage, or else by using that voltage division rule. And simply I've tried to find the value of RL, and it will be the minimum resistance. So RL minimum is nothing but it is VZ by VI minus VZ into R. Now, if resistance is minimum, what will happen to the current?
Increases.
So if RL is minimum, so obviously current will be max. So IL will be maximum. If IL is maximum, IZ will be minimum. You please make a note of this point. These are very important. For RL minimum, so if resistance is minimum, obviously current will be more. So that's why here I'm considering it as RL max. So as if you apply KCL or KVL, if I apply KVL within the loop, I get something like this, right? IR is equal to IZ plus IL. Now to be obviously IZ will. So that's what I did. You can see this slide. See here, I got the value of IL max as something which is equivalent to VL by RL min.
Sir, I
So
cannot see the slides, sir. What you are writing?
So
It is not visible.
guys,
Even me, sir.
anyone
I'm not
facing
able to
problem?
see.
Others, what about others?
We can see, sir.
So guys, there might be some network issue
Yes, sir.
with your side or my side. That's why it's fluctuating a bit today. Try to adjust, or else you better try to open that same PDF from that files in your Microsoft Teams.
Okay, sir.
Here I'll get IL max as something like this. So it is something which is VL by RL minimum. So if minimum resistance means more amount of current. So if I apply KCL, I'll get something like this, which is IR is equal to IZ plus IL. And if IL is max, IZ will be,
Minimum.
that's it, will be minimum. So from that same notation, I've written something like this. So IR is equal to IZ minimum plus IL maximum. Now I want IZ minimum. So IZ minimum can be written something like this, which is IR minus IL max. So it is because however we got the values of IR from the previous case. At the same time, we got IL minimum also. So once if you try to substitute, you'll get this answer. IZ minimum is something VI minus VZ by R minus L max. How do you got this? VI minus VZ by R? I've told you IR is equal to VI minus VZ by R. So once you substitute, you'll get the value of IZ min. Till now I got the values of IZ min. If IZ is minimum, obviously IL will be max. If IL is maximum, RL will. I got three conditions you can observe here. RL minimum. So if it is minimum, IL will be max, and if IL is maximum, IZ will be minimum. Clear till this point? Now you see this case. Condition for maximum load resistance. So if I want the value for RL max, I need to consider the formula of maximum power dissipation, which is P. This will be mentioned in the data sheet. So I can write it something like this. Power is equal to, how many formulas are there for power? Formula for power. V into I. Yes, anyone? Formula for power. It's V into I square R and V square by R. Guys, are you able to hear me at least? No one are
Yes, sir.
responding.
Yes, sir.
There are three formulas. One is V into R. Next is I square by R. So here I'm making use of this V into I formula. So here PZM can be written something as IZ max into PZ. So here IZ max can be written something as PZ max by PZ.
VZ.
So I got this. Now if I apply KCL, I'll get something like this. IR is equal to IZ plus
Z plus
IL.
IL.
Now you tell me, if IZ is max, which one will be min?
IL.
Good. If IZ is max, obviously IL will be minimum. Okay. If IL is minimum, which one will be maximum in terms of resistance?
I.
Yes. You can see it here. If IL is minimum, RL will be max or min?
Maximum.
Yes. If IL is minimum, obviously the resistance will be maximum. So formula is R is equal to V by I. If resistance is more, current will be less. If resistance is less, current will be more. So from that point, I found the value of IL minimum as something which is PI minus VZ by R, PZM by VZ. Simply I'm substituting the values of IR and IZ max. So once if I arrange it properly, I'll get something like this. So RL max is something which is VL by IL minimum. So however, parallelly something is connected, the voltages will be same. So VL is something which is equivalent to VZ.
VZ.
So you can write it something like this. VZ by IL min. So in this manner, I can find the values of RL minimum and RL maximum. Simple. To find RL minimum, it is very easy, but in order to find RL max, you need to make use of this maximum power dissipation value so that it will be easy for you. Clear with this two conditions? First, what I did, I've fixed VI and RL in case number 1, and next I fixed VI. Next, I have variable load RL. So in these two cases, we have analyzed the conditions of Zener diode. Is it okay, or any doubts with these two conditions? Now you see here case number 3. So once if you understand the case number 1, rest of the cases will be very easy. So this case is very easy. See here, VI is variable and RL is fixed. If VI is variable, what will happen? Means how many cases will be there if VI is variable? So I need to find VI minimum as well as VI maximum. So let us see. Again the same diagram. Just simply you try to find the value of VTH. What is the formula for VTH? Total voltage into?
Total voltage into opposite resistance by total resistance.
So that's it. From that I got VTH is PI into RL by R plus RL. Okay, so VTH is something which is equivalent to VZ.
VZ.
So that's why I've replaced it. So VZ is equal to VI into RL by R plus RL. First I need to find VI minimum. So I'm overwriting it. So you can write VI minimum is nothing but VZ into cross multiply R plus RL by RL. By seeing the slide, it will be very easy to understand. Clear with VI minimum? How I got? Now you see this VI max. So the condition for maximum input voltage is limited by the value of maximum Zener current. So what is the input voltage will be constant, right or wrong? In Zener diode case, if I increase the input, obviously current will increase. But what will be the output? Will it also increase or else will it be constant?
Constant.
That's it. So here you can see. Simply I'm trying to apply KCL at this node. So if I apply KCL, current entering is equal to current leaving. So this will be something IR is equal to IZ plus IL. Now my intention is I want to find VI max. So if it is VI max, what will happen to IR? It will be maximum or minimum? From Ohm's law, V is directly proportional to I. So if input is maximum, obviously current will be maximum or minimum?
Maximum.
That's it. If current is maximum, obviously IZ will also be max. Why? Because C it is entering into this. So here I have written it something like this. IR is equal to IZ max plus IL. So here IR is something which is also a maximum value. That's why IR max is equal to IZ max plus IL. So how to find IL? So we know that VL is equal to IL into RL. So that I'll get IL is nothing but VL by RL. So as these two voltages are in parallel, so obviously voltage VL is same as voltage VZ. So you can write this as VZ by
RL.
That's it. So clear till here. Now you try to apply KVL and tell me how to solve KVL. So here, if I apply KVL, I'll get something like this: minus of VI max plus VR max plus VZ is equal to 0. And if I arrange this properly, I'll get VI max is nothing but IR max into R plus VZ. Why? Because if I want to find voltage at this point, VR is nothing but IR into R. As I'm considering VI is maximum, so simply write here as max. So here VR max is nothing but IR max into R. So that's what I did it here. And once if I substitute, I got the value of Vi max. So mostly from all these cases, you might get one of the problem, but mostly they won't ask you this under theory. So if you are able to remember this concept directly, you can solve the problems. Mostly this concept is useful for solving problems only. So that's why I'm dealing this in detail so that you should not get confused. Mostly theory, you can't expect this question. Obviously from unit number 1, definite questions are from filters as well as rectifiers. And the remaining concept, you need to concentrate more on problems. So clear with these 3 cases? Now you see just simple substitution of formulas only here also. Vi is variable and RL is variable, and this is a special case. If both are variable, directly you need to find only the values of resistance. I mean current limiting resistor values you need to find. Like current limiting resistance R min and R max. And one more important thing is here current IR is greater than or equal to IZ plus IL. This is the important condition which you need to remember if both input and output are variable.
Without diagrams, we are not understanding anything, sir. We are not. It is not visible.
Okay. Actually, the same diagram for all the cases. This diagram is fixed for all the 4 conditions.
Explaining on the whiteboard is not visible, sir. That's why.
Okay, I want to ask you one question. So, can you tell me how to find the voltage if it is flowing through that voltage VR at this point? Suppose, how can I write R or else IL?
No, sir. What you are writing on the that PPT, we are not able to see, sir.
You're not able to see. So, everyone, are you facing the same issue?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, only few.
Yes, sir.
So, I think there is some network issue. Please, you try to check again, because if you are facing the issue, others should also face.
Just it is representing only 56th page of PPT, sir. Conductivity of semiconductor, that much.
Once you try to refresh your Teams app, because from yesterday onwards it is showing some issues, so automatically it is getting shut down. So once you
Okay,
try
sir.
to clear your cache or clear data and you try to log in.
I'll log out and log
3
in, sir.
times it have done, sir.
Are you able to write the value for current like this? Suppose how to write current I is equal to V1 minus
V1 minus V2 by R.
V2 by R. So better you remember this. And simply just I'm substituting the values itself in this 4th case, nothing I'm doing. So simply I know that it is simply Vi minus Vz by R. So Vi minus Vz by R. This is nothing but I. So simply what I did is I've interchanged these positions. So I can write it something like this: Vi minus Vz by I is equal to R. So if R is minimum,
I is
voltage will be,
maximum.
that's it. So if R is
Current.
min, current will be max.
Max.
Next case is if R is max,
I is minimum.
I is minimum. So that's what happened here. So if R is minimum, current is maximum. If R is max, current is min. What will happen to voltage in this case? We know that V is equal to I into R. If current is maximum, voltage will be V is directly proportional to I. If I is
So
max,
V is max. V is max.
V is max. So that's what happens. If IR is max, obviously Vi is max. If it is minimum,
V is also minimum.
that's it. So from here I got the 2 values of R min and R max. So these are the 4 cases of analyzing the Zener diode as a voltage regulator if you want to analyze it. So mostly you need to concentrate on solving problems for these 4 cases. How many cases we have discussed? When both are fixed. Next.
RL is variable and VI is fixed.
Okay. Third
And
case.
vi is variable and RL is fixed.
Okay.
Last one, vi and RL both are variable.
That's it. So these 4 cases are very important while you're solving problems. So he will mention you in the question itself. Like you need to find the value of RL max or RL min. So in that case, you need to go with directly case number 2. It means that RL is variable and input is fixed. So once if you are okay with this concept, we can start with the next concept, which is non-linear wave shaping. So what is wave shaping? And in half wave rectifier, we have observed something like this, right? So if this is the input that I'm applying, and what is the output that I got? Clip. Yes. What is meant by clip? I think you are able to see the screen, right?
Yes.
But I'll write it here. So for half wave rectifier, when input is sinusoidal, what is the output that I got? Output I got for positive half or else negative half?
Positive.
So I got for positive half. What happened to the negative half?
No output.
So what we are saying, if it is not out,
Clip.
no output,
Clip.
light, it is clipped. Means it is removed. Now the same concept comes under this non-linear wave shaping. So wave shaping is nothing but to shape the waveform. So there are of 2 types. First one is clipper, next one is clamper. Clipper is something which is used to remove. Clamper is something which is used to increase the DC voltage levels. You can see it here. A clipping circuit removes the undesired part of the input signal and transmit only the desired part to the desired part of the signal. So if there is any noise present in the output waveform, we make use of the clipper circuit in order to remove it. Okay. Now, if you see this clamping circuit, it is used to add the DC value. Means it will clamp either in direct or else in negative direction. Here, can I consider this half wave rectifier as a positive clipper or negative? Which one it is clipping?
Negative.
So it is negative clipper. So clippers are something which are classified like this. So what is clipper? It is used to remove the unwanted.
undesired part.
Yes. Suppose.
Sir, many members are not getting, sir. Only not me. Many members are calling me.
Yes, sir. Not getting any.
Yes. Is this Sai Charan?
Some members did not understand last topic also, sir. Many members did not understand because
So
it's not.
actually, what I observed is from yesterday there was some issue with this Microsoft Teams because while you are opening it with mobile, automatically it is getting shut down. Getting it from like mobile. Able to see the screen or not?
Sir, you are not audible.
Can you
Sir, your voice is not audible.
give me a second? Are you able to hear me, Tanvi, now?
Yes, sir.
So are you watching from mobile or laptop?
PC.
So that's why there is no issue for you.
Sir, I'm also watching.
Others are facing the issue because you're using mobile.
I'm also
So
using
that-
PC only, sir.
So that's why you are able to see the screen properly. Because yesterday also I've faced the same issue. Because from mobile it is getting automatically shut down.
No, sir, from PC also same, sir. We are also watching, using from PC only, no, sir.
Yesterday also there are few cases which I have observed from other faculty also. Might be there is some server upgradation like this. So it will get resolved by the today's end. So better you try to adjust once. If you are facing the issue in mobile, better you try to clear the cache and once again you try to log in. Because automatically it is signing you out from your mobile.
No, sir. It is not signing me out also, sir. We are unable to log
It is
out.
not at all. It is not at all loading, right?
Sir, it's even not responding, sir.
It is also not responding, sir.
Yes, yes. That's what also I have also seen yesterday.
It's
Because
automatically
it is
logging off, sir.
so better. I'll try to inform the admin once again, because yesterday also from other faculties I've seen the same cases because they are not able to log in, it seems, and at the same time they are also getting automatically shut down while they are using from PC or mobile. From mobiles I've seen more number of cases like this. So at least for today you try to adjust so that there won't be any issue from tomorrow, I guess. So better, how many are able to see the screen? Can you please raise your hand? Okay, Tanvi is able to see the screen. Rest, what about others?
No, sir.
No one.
Yes, sir.
So please raise your hand so that it will be very easy for me to check. So Tanvi is able to see the screen. What about remaining? There's an option called raise hand. You please click on that. No one apart from Tanvi.
Sir, now I am able to see, sir. Now it is getting.
I
Load
can't
better.
able to see, sir. It's not loading also.
So only 2 or 3 guys are able to see. Rule number 5, rule number 2. Chetan, please make a mic.
Sir, I can't, sir.
So shall we continue or else just we shall revise the previous concept because only 2 are able to see the screen. Yes, Tanvi, can you respond? Tanvi or Vamshi?
Revise, sir. It's better.
Better I'll try to ask you the question
Just
so
to
that
revise
it
last
will...
topic, sir. We didn't understand. I have not seen screen,
So
sir.
from
Last
which topic you didn't understood? From
four,
Zener diode?
four vectors, that four important points, sir, for calculating.
Okay, Zener diode. Better I'll try to record some video and I'll send you also. So as many of you have faced the same issue with this concept, I'll try to record a separate video and I'll share it with you. So that
Okay,
will be
sir.
easy.
Yes, sir.
So now just we shall revise all the concepts that we have discussed. So I think you're perfect with this intrinsic and extrinsic. Just I'll ask you the question so that you tell me if you're wrong, I'll try to correct. Intrinsic and extrinsic. Anyone? What is intrinsic and what is extrinsic?
Intrinsic adding of impurities.
Intrinsic. Intrinsic is pure form of semiconductor. So we won't add. Yes. Extrinsic is adding impurities. So once if we add impurities, how many types are there? N type and
P type.
type.
Okay. N type pentavalent or trivalent?
N type is trivalent.
N type.
Pentavalent.
N type is pentavalent. P type is
Trivalent.
okay. Pentavalent means fifth group. Trivalent means third group. Tell me the elements under. Yes. Guys, please mute your mic. Chetan. Yes, pentavalent elements. Nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth. Third group.
Sodium, magnesium, aluminium.
Third group. Boron, gallium.
Boron, gallium, indium.
Aluminium and indium.
And indium.
And what is the difference between covalent bond and ionic bond?
In ionic bond, first group and 18th group are.
Just I want the meaning. What is covalent and what is ionic? That's it. Covalent means sharing or donating?
Covalent sharing, sir.
Yes, covalent is sharing of electrons. Ionic?
Donating.
Donating of electrons.
Electrons.
And what about donuts and acceptors?
Donuts are positive, acceptors are negative.
Okay, are you able to see donuts in N type or P type?
N type.
So P type acceptor. And what is meant by depletion region?
It is the region between whole sign
between P type and N type.
N type. P type.
So when this region is forming, when you are able to see this? When you are able to see this depletion region? When?
More.
Majority charge carriers on each side diffuses.
So can I call it as charge gradient?
Yes, sir.
So it is simply called as charge gradient. And how many types of current that you have seen? What is diffusion and what is drift current?
Two current.
Diffusion and drift. Yes. Diffusion is because of majority carriers or minority carriers?
Majorities.
Majority.
Yes. Diffusion is because of majority. Drift.
Because of minority.
Minority charge carriers. What is electrical neutrality? Electrical neutrality. So total positive charge is equal to total
negative charge.
Negative charge.
Okay. What is total positive charge?
N type. ND type.
ND plus P is equal to?
P is equals to Na plus N.
Na plus N. And what is mass action law? N into P is equal to?
Ni square.
Ni square. And any more doubts with the previous concept? Now you try to ask some doubts so that I'll clarify. Any doubts in the concepts? Because we are left only with 4 concepts now. So we shall see about clipper. Next is clampers. And after this, we need to discuss about light emitting diode and photodiode. So once if you are done with this 4 concepts, unit 1 will be finished. Now you tell me how much you have revised till now and at what point you are having doubts.
Sir, can you
Shall we
explain once
compare?
again voltage regulator?
Voltage regulator.
Yes, sir. One second.
See, this is the constant diagram. You see, limiting current limiting resistor. Next, Zener diode. So this is something like this. Here I'm applying a regulated input or unregulated input for Zener diode. Is it regulated
input,
or
sir.
regulated? If
No,
it is
unregulated.
regulated,
Unregulated.
it is unregulated. Unregulated, so that I'll get a regulated output. So if VZ 0.6.2 suppose. So the input that we need to apply should be greater than 6.2 for this diode to be in on state. So mostly I know that you will get confused with this characteristics because till now you know this characteristic for forward bias and for reverse bias some constant. After some voltage VZ, current starts increasing. It is something like this. So the main application of Zener diode is it will work within this region. I mean this straight line. Under this breakdown region only, it will start working. So how many cases are there, Tanvi, for this?
4.
Okay. For normally you tell me the working of only diode, like VTH is greater than VZ and it is less than VZ. So if it is greater than VZ, what happened? Less than VZ, what will happen? VTH is greater than VZ. On or off?
On.
Yes. When voltage across Zener diode is greater than VZ, it is on. Or else?
Off.
Off. Okay. If it is on, at which point it will activate? Within this region or else within this region? One or two?
Breakdown region.
Yes, in breakdown region, that is case number 1, it will operate. So when I apply, suppose say 9 volt at input, what will happen? What will be the amount of voltage that is needed for the Zener diode and how much will appear across this current limiting resistor?
To
6.2
9 minus
here. At limiting current, it will be 9 minus 6.2.
6.2.
So 9 minus 6.2 is
2.8.
2.8 or 3.8?
2.8, sir.
2.8 appears across this resistor. 2.8. So whatever may be the input. So suppose what I'm doing next, I'm trying to increase voltage to 10, next to 11. So what I'm doing, I am increasing the input voltage Vi. What will happen to the current? Will it increase or decrease? Yes. So if I'm increasing the input, obviously current is increasing. Then what will happen to the voltage across Vz? Will it increase, decrease or constant?
Decrease.
No, it won't increase, it won't decrease. It will maintain the constant value. 6.2 as specified. So that's why we are calling it as regulated, right?
Yes, sir.
It is something which should be constant even though we are changing input as well as current. So even though if all these parameters are changing, the output will be constant. That's why we are calling it as regulated output. Next, case number 1. In case number 1, what I am doing is Vi is fixed. RL is also fixed. So here there are no cases like input minimum, RL's input maximum, RL min, RL max. There is no need for you to analyze this in case of Vi fixed and RL is fixed. So again, simply you try to consider the same diagram. Now you tell me how to find VTH. First is I need to open circuit this. So VTH can be written as VTH is equal to total voltage into opposite resistance.
Opposite resistance by total resistance.
That's it. This is VTH. This is first method. What is another method? If I open circuit this?
By using
KVL or KCL?
KCL.
KCL or KVL?
KVL.
Yes. By using KVL, you tell me now. Same diagram again. Resistor. Here diode is open circuited and the load will be RL. And here current is flowing through this. You tell me now.
VA.
This is IR.
IR plus VL.
IR into R.
IR into R.
Plus
Plus
IL into R.
L into RL minus VI.
VI
Is equal to 0. Here within this KVL, both the currents are same or different?
Yes, sir. Same.
Same.
Both are same. So simply I'm replacing it. See, IR into R plus IR into RL is equal to VI. So if I take IR as common, I'll get it as VI by
R
plus
plus RL.
That's
RL.
it. I can write it something like this. IL is equal to again VI by R plus RL. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now I want VL. VL can be written as IL into
IL into RL.
So VL is equal to, I got the value of IL as VI by
R plus RL.
R plus RL into RL. So if this is the voltage at this point, this is a VTH. So VL is equivalent to VTH only, as both are connected in parallel. So simply I'm replacing VL with VTH. VTH is equal to VI into RL by R plus RL. I got the same answer or different?
Same.
Same as voltage division rule. So better you try to practice about this VDR, I mean voltage division rule. So better, because it will save your time, or else you need to derive all these formulas. Any more doubts with this case?
No, sir. I have
So better you concentrate only on VI fixed and RL fixed. So if you understand case number 1 and 2, rest remaining 3rd and 4th conditions are very easy.
Okay, sir.
Better I'll try to download the attendance. So today I was not satisfied. Why? Because it's a power failure here. So do you want to do one more assignment?
Yes, sir.
First thing is, don't do for the sake of marks, because you should not waste your time. Because however I'll give you, but the main important is the concept, because the subject is very useful for you. Yes.
After finishing this unit 1, you give.
Okay, I'll do it. Because from this unit number 1, definitely you'll get questions from that filters and rectifiers. So you concentrate more on the rectifiers and filters for long. Definitely 10 marks.
Yes, sir.
We are also full power cuts, sir. Heavy.
So that. So in order to complete that both clippers and clampers today, currently there was a power failure, so I shifted from the desktop to laptop again. Okay. So no doubts, right? Can I end the session?
Yes, sir.